Hi, welcome. So today we're going to go through a Vinyasa inspired movement practice. Feel free to modify anything that you need to, so if something doesn't quite feel right, don't do it. Making sure to keep in alignment with your breath and really listening to your body as we move through. So first, just finding a comfortable position. That might be seated, it might be lying down, it might be kneeling. And just taking a couple of grounding breaths. So as you lay down, allow your shoulders to really sink into the floor. Allow your hips to feel nice and heavy as you lay softly on your mat. Begin to notice your breath here. And start to elongate your exhale. So as you breathe out, can you drop the shoulders? Can you soften the rib cage? Can you let go of the jaw? Allow the tongue to relax in the mouth. Notice the ankles and the knees and allow them to slowly dissolve into the floor. And I invite you to choose an intention, a mantra, a word, a focus for your practice. And as you inhale, really feel that intention vibrate through your body. And as you exhale, settle into the mat and solidify your intention. Gently begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, bending softly into the knees. Place both feet flat on the floor, with your arms just beside you. And from here, begin to wave the knees from side to side. So allow this kind of windshield wiper effect to take course throughout the low back, beginning to move through the hips and low back, and allowing yourself just to settle onto the floor. From this laying down position, allow your knees to relax and just begin to move your head from right to left. So you're still relaxed on your back. Allow the breath to start to move the body. Gently relaxing the neck now, allowing the knees to be still. Reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling with the palms facing each other. As you inhale, reach to the ceiling, and as you exhale, draw the shoulder blades into the floor. Inhale, reach the fingertips up, feel the shoulder blades come off of the floor. And as you exhale, draw the shoulder blades into the floor. And just do a couple of these with your own breath. Moving up and down, and just allowing a little bit of space to enter into where the shoulder blades sit. Bring the arms now beside you and take that right leg up to the sky. Just rotate through your ankle. So really start to create some movement through the ankle joint. You might feel some snap, crackle, pops, or a little bit of movement through that foot area, but just really starting to circle through the full ankle joint. From here, you can relax your right foot and take your left leg up to the sky. Again, start to move the ankle joint on that left foot and think about allowing the left hip to sink down into the floor. So you're creating this really nice long line through the left leg. Dropping both feet down to the floor, begin to windshield wiper those legs again, just side to side. And this time you might also add in your neck. So that neck movement that we had side to side, you might decide to also add a little bit of that so that you're creating this really nice spiral or spinal twist through the back. Gently rolling over onto your knees, allow your hips to move towards your heels. So you're gonna sit back into child's pose. Allow the knees to go as wide as you like. Feel free to add blocks here, a bolster, a pillow. And just reach the fingertips in front, allowing a nice long back to start to elongate. And then gently tenting the fingertips, allow the palms to come off of the floor and crawl the hands over to the right side. Sit that left hip down towards your heel and feel a really nice big stretch through the whole left side of the body. Taking a couple nice deep breaths here. Nice and slowly crawling the fingertips back to center. Take a full breath in and out. And gently walking the fingertips over to the left side of the room. Allow the right hip to move down towards the right heel and really elongate that right arm, reaching those fingertips away from the body. Find the length through the side body and then breathe into the space between your ribs and your hips. Gently bringing your hands back to center, plant both the hands down, index fingers forward, and move now onto your knees, finding a tabletop position. From here, we'll move into cat-cow. So as you inhale, think about reaching into neutral, long back, or taking the head, heart up with the tailbone up. As you exhale, press through knees and palms, round the back, tuck the chin. Inhale back to neutral or up into extension. And as you exhale, curve through the belly, find flexion of the spine. Inhale to reach. And exhale, press through knees and palms, round the back. And keep going with this at your own pace now. So as you move through flexion and extension, see if you can articulate through the spine. So you're really moving one vertebrae at a time as you work through. Really allow the weight of the hands to carry you through the mat. And then think about tucking the tailbone as you exhale. Beginning to heat up the body now. You can start to find your tabletop and maybe employ your ujjayi breath, so in and out through the nose. Take the right fingertip of the pinky forward and your left big toe back. Inhale, reach the arm and leg away from each other. Exhale to place. Inhale, reach. Exhale, place. So we're finding this kind of bird dog position, reaching opposite arm and leg away from each other, and really starting to ignite the core here. So think about scooping through the belly, allow the belly button to come in and up, and you'll find a core engagement here. Good, a couple more here. Keep breathing as you inhale and lengthen, stretch the arm and leg away. And then exhale to place. One more time, inhale as you reach up, and exhale to place. Good, taking hand and foot back. Take the opposite hand now, left hand forward, pinky toe, and big toe of the right down. Find that long spine, and as you inhale, reach arm and leg away, exhale to return. At your own pace now. Watching that low back, so as you reach away, think about kicking your foot and your leg away from the hand and the arm. So you're creating this really long position. Rather than thinking about up, you're thinking about out. Try to keep the pelvis neutral and both hips in alignment. Keep breathing here. Inhale as you reach, exhale to squeeze the navel in and replace. Two more here. Nice deep breaths. Last one. And returning back to neutral, sit those hips back onto your heels. Take child's pose for a moment, or clam, tuck the hands behind you. Bringing the hands back, tuck the toes under, gently walk your hands towards your feet and roll yourself up to stand. Bringing those feet hip width apart, all the way to your top of your mat or big toe mounds touch. Sun salutation A. Inhale, all the way up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, extend the spine. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, lower the knees down, elbows squeeze in, chaturanga. Inhale, gentle cobra, press through the legs. Exhale, downward facing dog, send the hips up. And then feel free to move the knees here, wiggle side to side. Shake the head yes and no. Find your length. Remember, you want your hips to sit at the sky here, so you're not looking at necessarily straight legs, but more that your hips are up to the ceiling. Bend to the knees, walk or step, jump or hop those feet in as you find your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, hang heavy. Inhale, press through the feet. Inhale brings you all the way up. Exhale, Samastitihi. Number 2. Inhale to the sky. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step or hop back, lowering down through Chaturanga. Elbows squeeze in, long body. Inhale, gentle cobra, elbows in, squeeze the shoulder blades down. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose option here. Again, wiggling out those legs, second down dog of the day, so feel free to take some movement here. Another 3 breaths. Let those shoulders sink down from the ears. Look between the hands, bend into the knees, walk, step, or jump your way forward into your halfway lift. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale brings you all the way up. Exhale, Samastitihi. One more time. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Let the head drop. Inhale, upward lift, lengthen the back. Exhale to fold, step or hop back, lowering down through Chaturanga, elbows in. Inhale into upward facing dog or gentle cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. We're gonna hold down dog here for 5 breaths. Really think about lengthening out the spine, allow the hips to tilt and the pelvis to reach to the sky. Nice, using that Ujjayi breath in and out through the nose. 2 more breaths here. Look between the hands, bend into the knees, jump, step, or hop your way forward into halfway lift. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale all the way up to the sky. And exhale, Samastitihi. Taking the feet hip width apart. Reach the hands onto the waist, grow tall. Take a breath in and out here. Find the length. Ground through the feet. Stepping back with the right foot, bring the right foot about 45-degree angle and the heel of the left foot in line with the right arch of the foot. Find your warrior 1 as you inhale and reach up. We're gonna bring our arms to goddess arms. So goddess arms, elbows look like football posts, 90 degrees, open the hands, nice and powerful. Reach the chest up towards the sky. We're gonna move through our warrior. Inhale, extend the left leg, arms to the ceiling. Exhale, bend left knee, elbows squeeze down. Inhale up, and exhale down. 3 more here. Inhale to the sky, exhale down. 2 more. Allow the shoulder blades to sink down the back. 1 more. Holding your warrior 1, bring the hands to the low back, either hands on top of each other at low back, or interlace the fingers, extend the elbows, find length in the arms. As you inhale, reach the chest up to the sky, and as you exhale, humble warrior, coming forward over top of the left leg. The arms might travel above you, or if you have your hands on your low back, you can allow the elbows to collapse or draw the elbows back, depending on your shoulders. 5 breaths here. Allowing that inhalation and exhalation to move through the nose if that's available to you. Finding this kind of oceanic quality of breath, this Ujjayi breath, and allow the shoulders to open here. Really bending into that left knee, find that stability. Lengthening into that right leg. Notice your pinky toe on the right foot and really press your right foot into the floor. Allowing the outside edge of the right leg to be very, very sturdy. As you inhale, press through both legs to come all the way up, and exhale, release the arms. Inhale, open the arms, step the right foot back, find your warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2 on the left. Bending into the left knee, extend those arms wide, press into your right foot. So you have a nice wide warrior position. Head can look over top of your left arm or just to the center. Flip the palms up to the ceiling. Moving through a bit of a flow here. Inhale, extend the left leg, arms to the ceiling. Exhale, press the hands down, warrior two. Inhale, flip the palms up to the ceiling. Exhale to press. 3 more here. Really active through the arms. Find the length here as you press down. 1 more. Hold the warrior two. Find the length here. As you inhale, bring your left elbow to your left thigh. And as you exhale, circle your right arm, reach up and away from you. Side angle. Allow your right fingertips to really reach away and press through your right foot. So you're getting this really nice long angle through the side of the body. Ignite your left leg. Think about lengthening here. 3 more breaths. Allow the right shoulder to open to the sky. Inhale brings you all the way up. Exhale to extend the right and left leg. Pivot both the feet now, finding a nice wide position. Inhale, arms to the waist, grow tall. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, arms towards the floor or block, halfway lift. And as you exhale, find your fold. Option of arms to the floor, on the waist, to the legs, or wrap peace fingers around big toe mounds and take elbows out. 5 more breaths here. Really think about pressing it equally into your feet here. So notice both feet. Notice if you rock back onto the heels or forwards onto the balls of the feet. And see if you can find a neutral position here. Allow the breath to lengthen the spine and almost creating this traction through the back. Allowing the full length of the spine to be explored here. And expressing this posture with whatever upper body you would like. As you inhale, bring hands to the waist. Exhale, press through the feet, come all the way back up. Pivot the right foot now to find Virabhadrasana 2 or warrior 2 on the right. Bend into your right knee, hands to the ceiling, and find the length here, the power of warrior positions. So allowing the right heel to be in line with the left arch of the foot. Option to look over right hand or head towards the front. Find your breath here, strong through the legs. Moving through a flow. Inhale, reach the right leg, reach the arms. Exhale, press the right knee, press the hands. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to settle warrior 2. 3 more. Using that Ujjayi breath, find the shoulder blades down the back. Knit the rib cage. Find the length here. Press through the legs. 1 more time. Holding your warrior 2 on the right for a moment. Find the breath. Take the right elbow to the right knee as you inhale, and as you exhale, windmill the left arm. Reach the left fingertips away from the left foot. Find this side angle pose. Imagine that left shoulder opening so that the armpit reaches towards the sky. Find the breath. Head can go wherever is comfortable here. Pressing equally into both feet. 1 more breath. Inhale brings you all the way up. Stretch that right knee, and as you exhale, relax the legs, turn center. Hands to the waist as you inhale, grow tall, and as you exhale, fold forward, wide-legged forward fold. Take a moment here, inhale to lengthen, exhale to fold. Inhale, hands to the waist, pressing all the way up. Just taking a short flow in the wide-legged, pivot the right foot back to warrior 2. Adjust the left foot now, take a little step in, and allow yourself to find warrior 1 on the right. Inhale the arms up, and then open the arms into your goddess arms, or that football post position again. Inhale, stretch the right knee. Exhale, pull the elbows down. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, pull the elbows down. Finding this nice, strong position now with that right leg forward in warrior one. Take 2 more breaths. Hold the warrior one. Pressing into the feet. Taking hands to the low back or interlace the fingers the opposite way. Lengthen the arms as you inhale, reach sternum or heart up to the top of the sky. And as you exhale, come forward, humble warrior. Allow the arms to travel or to meet the low back, elbows in or back. Find the strength through the legs as you relax over into that fold. Take 3 more breaths here in humble warrior, allowing that length to still happen through that back leg. Good, 2 more breaths. As you inhale, press through the legs to come all the way up. Stepping the left foot towards the right now. Reach to the sky as you inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Find the length as you inhale, upward lift. And as you exhale, fold forward. Option to take Padangusthasana here. Really pressing through both feet. Wrap the peace fingers around your big toes. As you inhale, reach the top of the head forward. And as you exhale, fold forward, tuck the chin. Find your fold here in Padangusthasana, 5 breaths. Allow, just like in downward dog, your hips to move towards the ceiling. So imagine that you're sitting on top of the ceiling and that your tailbone has slightly tilted due to that pelvic rotation. That might require you to bend your knees a little further. That's okay. Allow the upper body to rest on the thighs. 2 more breaths here, in and out through the nose. Pressing into the feet, bring the hands to the waist, take a breath in. And exhale, press all the way up. Stepping back with the feet now to the top of the mat. Take a step back with your right foot, finding crescent lunge, open a nice wide position. So right and left feet are on a tight, not a tight rope, a train track, so that you're nice and wide here. Reach the arms up as you stretch both legs. As you exhale, settle into the left knee. Allow the right leg to lengthen and open the arms up. Find the length here, 5 breaths. Bring the left hip backwards in space so that your pelvis is nice and neutral. Fire up the back leg so that that knee lifts. Open the chest here, settle the shoulders, 2 more breaths. Gently bending into the right knee to meet the floor, bring hands to prayer position at the front. You might stay here, or if it feels okay for you, take an inhale and lengthen. And as you exhale, bring your right elbow to your left knee, find your twist. You might take the head to center, or you might look up and over the left shoulder. You might stay here, or you can ignite that back leg, find the length of your right leg. If you want to experience a little bit more in your twist, you might open the arms or meet a block on the floor. Taking 3 more breaths here in this crescent lunge twist, really thinking about that wrap around of the ribs. A little harder to breathe and twist, so try and stay with me those last couple breaths here. Settle the shoulders. Good, even out the hips. Make sure you're breathing. Take your last breath here. Inhale to come back to center, and as you exhale, stand tall through the hips. As you inhale, stutter step your right foot in. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, find chair pose. Hips go backwards, arms go forwards. You might take the feet here hip width apart or big toe mounds touch. Whatever feels better for your hips is great. Think about sliding your shoulder blades back and the hips bones back. Making sure that you can wiggle your fingers and toes here so you still have some blood flow. Belly button is ignited. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. As you inhale, press through the feet to come all the way up. And exhale, Samastitihi. Take the left foot back now. Take your crescent lunge here. Remember, train tracks, not a tightrope. Inhale, reach the arms and legs. And as you exhale, settle right knee. Find the length. Take that right hip back in space. Ignite the back leg, lift that knee off the floor, find the lunge. 3 more breaths here. Reach those fingertips up. Bring the hands to the prayer position and drop your left knee. Find that hip stretch, drop your tailbone. Inhale to stay, or if you feel okay, exhale, twist left elbow towards right knee. You might take the head to the center, or it might follow your right shoulder. Ignite your back leg, find your lunge. From here, you might decide to open the arms or meet a block, or you might choose to stay here. Take 3 more breaths here. Really think about pressing that right hip backwards in space. Take 1 more breath. As you inhale, begin to unwind back to center. Pressing into both feet as you exhale, come all the way up. As you inhale, reach the arms up, and as you exhale, sit back into chair pose, final pose standing. Find the length here, sink the shoulders down. Press into the feet, bring the hands to prayer. 3 more breaths. Allow those knees to track right centered. So not allowing one in front of the other, but really thinking about sitting the hips back. 1 more breath here, creating that fire. As you inhale, come all the way to stand. Exhale, Samastitihi. Good. Moving into floor postures, we'll take a sun salutation to get down there. Feet together or hip width apart. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, hop, or jump your way back into your high plank. Hold for a breath. As you inhale, grow tall, and as you exhale, bend the elbows lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog or gentle cobra. And as you exhale, send the hips back, downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths here, really big breaths to ignite the body. In and out through the nose. When those 5 breaths are complete for you, bend into the knees, send the hips back and find child's pose. Taking a few more breaths here. From your child's pose, coming down to your stomach, finding a nice long position with the body. Bring the hands beside you with the palms up and place the feet on the floor about hip width apart with the head down. As if you're knocking a marble out of the way, lengthen the spine so that your neck is long and your head hovers just above the floor. As you inhale, reach the legs and arms away from the body and start to press the big toe mounds down so that your knees slightly lift off the floor. On your next breath in, lengthen the body, and as you exhale, reach upper body, shoulders, head, hands, and legs off the floor. Find your Superman or Superwoman position and take a few breaths here to lengthen the spine. Really think about reaching those fingertips and toes away. 1 more breath in, and as you exhale, relax down. Take a cheek either on one side, or you could stack the hands or the fists. Neutral. Second time, lengthening out the body, bringing the inner thighs as if they're zipping up like a zipper, and the arms beside you. Knock the marble out of the way to lengthen your back and spine. As you inhale, start to press into the feet, ignite the glutes and start to gently lift, and as you exhale, come all the way up into your full expression. Really think about still zipping up the inner thighs here, squeezing into the glutes and hips. Reach those fingertips back and lift the chest. Try to keep the eye line down towards the front of your mat to lengthen the back. Take 3 more breaths here. Really lengthen those arms and legs away. 1 more deep breath here. And as you exhale, release down. Take the opposite cheek. or stack the hands under the head. Bring the hands beside you, sit the hips back, find your child's pose, lengthen the spine. Coming into core activation, bringing the elbows underneath the shoulders and your knees bent with your hips, lowering down into plank. Or on your exhale, lift the hips. Find your length here. Hold your plank. We're gonna go 10 breaths here. As you inhale, think about lengthening, and as you exhale, settle into that length. In and out through the nose, begin to settle into the shoulders. Really think about keeping a nice long position, as if you could balance like a cup of tea on your low back. Try not to let that low back sway. Really ignite the core, lift through the belly button. Good, we're halfway there. We have 5 more breaths here. You might begin to shake a little bit, that's okay. Remember to come down anytime it doesn't feel right for you. Taking another 3 breaths in and out through the nose. Keep lengthening out the body. Reach those heels away from the top of your head. 1 more big breath here. And as you exhale, lower the knees, sit back into child's pose. Slowly coming onto all fours, roll yourself over onto your back, taking your feet about hip width apart and your arms just beside you. Getting ready for glute bridge. For glute bridge, taking the feet hip width apart into little bridge. Allow the arms to rest beside you. Walk the heels towards your hips and lengthen your spine. Take a full breath in and out here. And as you inhale, think about pressing through the heels, lifting the hips up into your little bridge. Find the stability through the legs. Pressing through the pillow point of the head, so allow the neck and throat to open here so that you can breathe through the chest. 2 more breaths here. Think about knitting the rib cage down so that the belly is nice and long, and then really squeeze into glutes and hamstrings. On your next breath, lower down 1 vertebrae at a time. And take a full breath here. Pressing into the heels, inhale as you come all the way up, and this time if you want to take an interlace, bring the hands underneath the body by walking the shoulders underneath, interlacing the hands and lengthening out the arms. Still really think about pressing through the feet here, so ignite through the legs. Drop the rib cage as you breathe in. Finding the exhale. If your arms are interlaced, relax the hands, walk the shoulders back out, and slowly roll yourself back down. Taking 1 more time here. Breathe in and out. On your next breath in, press through the heels. Bring yourself up into your little bridge, and if that felt right for you on the other side, walk the shoulders underneath. Find an interlace of the opposite clasp, and think about pressing through the legs. Find your breath here. Allow the knees to stay on track, so try not to let the knees splay out. Really think about squeezing the inner thighs as you reach up with those hips. 1 more breath. Relax the hands, walk the shoulders back out, and 1 vertebrae at a time, lower yourself down. Tuck the knees in here and you can rock side to side. Or if it feels good, take happy baby, big toes are tucked by the peace fingers and you might rock side to side or decide to extend and bend 1 foot or leg. Bringing the feet back down to the ground. Open the arms into a T. Take a nice deep breath in here. And as you exhale, settle the shoulders. Press through the heels to lift the hips up and over slightly to the left. And on your next breath out, allow both the legs to fall to the right. You might take the head to the left or keep the head neutral. Feel free to place a pillow underneath your knees here, or a bolster or a block if you want a little bit more support. Taking a few more breaths here in your twist. And as you exhale, settling the shoulders. One more breath. Nice and softly bring the knees back to center and back, the hips to the middle. As you inhale, press through the feet, lift the hips over to the right. And as you exhale, find your twist on the opposite side, taking the same head position if that feels okay for you that you did on the other side. And just taking a few breaths here. Allow the shoulders to settle. Feeling that length through the hip to the ribs. On your next inhale, bring the knees back to center, move the hips back to the middle, relax in the middle. Taking any last movements that you might need, whether that's happy baby or rocking side to side. And then finding your version of Shavasana. So with Shavasana, you could take legs up the wall. You could also take the arms and legs nice and long and find corpse pose. Find a position that just feels really relaxed for you and allows the body to sink and come back to that ease, that parasympathetic nervous system. So take a moment here, wiggle about. And then once you feel content, find stillness and start to relax your Ujjayi breath. So allow the belly to move freely. Allow the air to just flow in and out, just as a normal breath. And first begin to notice your feet, the ankles. And on your next breath out, relax your ankles and feet completely. Bring your awareness up to your calf, your shin, and your knees. And on your next breath out, relax your lower leg completely. Begin to notice your thighs, where your femur bone moves from your knee to your hip joint, up the upper leg. Imagine the femur bone sinking slowly into your mat, and the hamstring and quadricep muscles slowly relaxing over top of the bone. On your next exhale, relax your upper legs completely. Begin to notice your pelvis and your hips, your glutes. And as you exhale, allow your pelvis to release into the floor and for the mat to carry the weight of your center. Begin to notice the abdominals, digestive system, low back. And as you exhale, allow the abdominals to release completely. Allow the low back to ease itself into the floor. And the muscles around the digestive system to relax. Working your way up to the mid-back. Notice your mid-back lying on the floor. Notice the ribs as they come around to the front body. And as you exhale, allow the ribs to soften and the middle of the back to release into the floor. Move your way up to your upper back. Notice each vertebrae on the way to your neck. Notice the shoulder blades and how they sit on the floor. Travel that around to the front body where your sternum and heart center lie. Allow a heaviness to release the collarbones into the floor and allow the shoulders to begin to take a little bit of rest. On your next exhale, release your upper body completely into the floor. Begin to notice your arms. From your shoulders to your elbows, to your wrists, to your fingertips. And on your next breath out, allow your arms to sink into the mat, into the floor, allowing space from the shoulders. Moving to the neck and the throat. Notice the length of the neck and where your vertebrae connect to your skull at the top. Notice the head, the face and jaw. Allow the eyebrows and the forehead to relax. Allow the tongue to just sit in the mouth and the jaw to release completely. And on your next exhale, release your head into the floor, finding stillness. And staying here for a few moments, allowing your weight to dissipate into the floor. Begin to bring yourself back to your body, back to the intention you set at the beginning of your practice. Taking a deep breath in, and on your exhale, release your intention. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe taking a nice big stretch overhead. Bending into the knees and waving side to side. Rolling over onto your right side. Take a moment here. Pressing into your left palm to come all the way to seated. Any position is great. Just bringing the hands either to the thighs or in prayer position at the heart. Taking one final breath together. Inhale to the top. And exhale to release. Thanks for joining me today. Namaste.